Okay, welcome back to Violent Money TV. Today, I am joined by James Webb, who will be looking to become a Cage Warriors champion once again at Cage Warriors 180, London, November 15th against Andy Clamp. This fight, as we've had many conversations about, has been booked a couple of times now. So you must just be happy that it is not only rescheduled, but fight day is drawing closer.
Yeah, um, yeah. We got it rescheduled. November 15th. We're just under 4 weeks, I believe. 3 weeks Friday night. And I just said funny, I just said that to Modestus. I said, bro, I just feel like I'm ready. I'm ready now. Like I've been ready for a couple of weeks, and sometimes that can go against you, but I've had to like change some training around a little bit and slow myself to not sort of over peak. But the way I'm feeling, I'm just ready now. I'd happily just, fucking tonight in a gym somewhere. Do you know what I mean? If that was how it could be, I'd almost want that. Like that's how I feel. Like the occasion, the event itself is, and it'll be a great event. It's just a bit of a waiting game. Like I said, I feel like if we could just agree tonight in the fucking local pub here, clear a bit of room out, just get it done there and then. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I feel fucking very, very good. Really looking forward to the fight. I think Andy's a great guy. I think he's a good champion, really good champion. Great story. And I'm looking forward to the fight. Like I am. I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, it does feel like this one, like when it fell off the first time, I didn't really feel like there was any doubt that it would happen in the near future, just because it feels like it makes a lot of sense for you guys to be
Mm,
fighting at this particular time. Like, I'm sure though it still is incredibly difficult, like you said, not only to taper your training to
mm,
when it keeps getting pushed back, but then also you're training for the same guy for such a long
mm.
time and having that one goal. Has that helped having that one goal to go through all of your training, knowing I'm training for this guy? Or with the fight cancellations, is it a bit hard to be like, well, now do I continue training for this guy? What's going to happen? Like,
Well, I'll, I'll be completely honest with you. 5 weeks ago tomorrow, my daughter was born, and she arrived on fight week.
right, okay,
When, yeah, now she was 2 weeks overdue. Now, fight after coming off the back of the last Cage Warriors win, I took the fight basically saying to my partner, look, short difference in between, baby's coming, I know, but just get this done. Uh, uh, and like I said, things didn't go well. I went for I was like, I'm ready. I was ready. I was training hard. I was back to Manchester straight away training. And then obviously my daughter decided she didn't want to come on time. And so the truth is, if and my partner, like she knew the case as well. Like I'd have been there at the birth of my daughter on a Tuesday, and I'd have still been weighing in on the fucking Thursday. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't have made a difference to me. But what it did do is it allowed me to take, you know, I say a week off. I didn't even give myself a week off. I literally the baby was born on Tuesday. We got out of the hospital Friday, and I was back to match on a Monday. So um, makes me feel like a piece of shit saying that because it was pretty shitty. But I have a job to do, so it gave me a little bit more time to prepare for Andy and prepare for the fight. So, it gave me an extra 10 weeks training, which, I think is phenomenal when you know who you're fighting. And then when you're in a camp, like I feel like I'm in right now with, I mean, the best heavyweights in the world.
yeah.
And and then if I want to break it down even into the country, okay, I've definitely got the best heavyweight and the best light heavyweight in the country that I'm training with very regular. So it just gives me longer to prepare and like to just tick all the boxes. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, when you come from one fight and you're 7 weeks to the next fight, there wasn't room for improvement. But there's been room for improvement, and so like there's been room to adjust with my new daughter. There's been room to improve. I just can't wait to do it now. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, like another 3 weeks it will fly by, but I'm ready now. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, first of all, congratulations because I didn't know that. So that's incredible news. And
Thank you very much.
like you said, ended up quite working out quite well in terms of not having to weigh in 2 days after your daughter being born. So that's
No,
a
exactly.
that's a benefit there. But also, I think a huge benefit, like you said, the fact that you've been changing your training up and having that extended period to really settle into that new routine of training with the likes of Modestus, but then also, like you said, up in Manchester with Tom Aspinall and that crew, like having time to really settle into that
Mm.
routine, I'm sure has helped just being able to have that at that amount of period to embed in this and really get familiar with that going into this fight.
Yeah, yeah. It's there are actually some pinch yourself moments, like training with Modestus has been unbelievable. And I still fight out of the same team,
Yeah.
Chris Fields is still my head coach, and I see it that way, but we talk to each other regular. We just had to make sure. Like I went to light heavy because of family life. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on my own anymore. Like I was making middleweight, and I've got a 3.5-year-old, and I'm making his time miserable. So like we had to adjust and we had to adapt, and going up in weight seemed the right thing to do. But obviously, the boys over in Ireland, like the biggest lads there are like the middleweights now. One of them's,
Mm.
I think, an old man probably will still fight a welterweight. Who's went middleweight in the Ultimate Fighter. So, the biggest lads are sort of mid 80s. Where like you're fighting guys like light heavy. They're really about 105. So there's a huge difference there, and I think that's what happened a lot. I think that's where I got maybe a little bit lost in myself, where I was training with guys a lot lighter than me. They were super technical, super talented guys, but I feel like the whole style of the training was just not what I was looking to. It was nothing to do with how I'd fight, like, and fighting bigger guys is so different to, let's say, sparring. Sorry, sparring with bigger men is so different to sparring with littler guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely different. So the change was needed, and it was good, And I started with Modestus, and me and him just started training together like regularly, and we still do now. We still meet up every week and train. Well, like, I'm here with him now. We come down here together, and then Monday, Tuesday, like just sort of like managed to work in both of us to get in with like Tom, and that's it's been amazing. It's been amazing to even again, like you don't really think of it when you're here. It's when I go home, I'm a bit like, fuck me, did that really just happen? Like you're around the best fighter on the planet. You're with the best fighter on the planet, and you get into feel it and see it, and it's just been fucking wonderful. It really has. Like I honestly, I'm here like a kid at Christmas. Like I am. That's the only way to explain it. I'm here and I'm fucking excited. I'm buzzing to train. Do you know what I mean? Monday mornings, I used to come up on Sunday, but now with the birth of my daughter, it's very hard for my partner Sid. She's doing everything, so I try and come up on Monday morning. So I'm leaving at like 4:20, but like I ain't tired leaving. I'm fucking all the way to Manchester, 4.5 hours, just fucking buzzing. Do you know what I mean? So it's been superb, and while I'm here, it's just brilliant. Do you know what I mean? And I'm actually in like some half decent. I'm in some half decent digs at the moment. So like I'm not having to worry about being in the gym. We just went and ate. I'm in a hotel now. Again, like I get to get a little bit of a nap in this afternoon, then it's back to S&C tonight with the boys. Then tomorrow sparring, and then I'll be going home, and then I crack on with the rest of my week. Fill the rest of my week. Obviously, have Modestus again. I see him Thursday in boxing, but yeah, it's been a completely different routine. Um, and it's been lovely. It's been really nice. I think change is good. Like change is good, especially when you're going up in weights. You need to have guys your size and bigger. I think and I've got a perfect bunch of guys for that now.
Yeah, this is something I've spoken to Mo about so many times about, the kind of perfect storm of him needing bigger guys to train with. And that's a hard thing to do when you're already the biggest guy in most gyms that you go into. So having Tom kind of assemble this team of guys that is unlike anything else in the world, having a gym that is full of that many big guys that, some of the
Yeah,
guys in that room make even yourself and Modestus look small, which is again not a room
yeah.
in the world I think that could do that. So it really is a perfect storm for you in terms of making the decision to go to light heavyweight and then having that resource there, which, like I said, there literally isn't a room like that in the world right now, and it just so happens to be a 4 hour drive from yourself.
And that's what I mean. That's how I look at it. I get to train with like one of the best mats in the world, 4 hours away. Fucking too right. Do you know what I mean? I'll be
Yeah.
there. I was flying to Ireland. It was the same difference, you know. And I was flying to Ireland because the coaching is that good. Like with Chris and Tom, it is. It's everything, you know. It's that being up a weight, you just well, different. Just drive there, okay. Like I'd fucking walk there. I'm telling you, I'd walk 240 fucking miles if I had to, you know. Like that's that like commitment is not a problem for me, you know. Like so, um, yeah, I feel very blessed, Carl. I feel yeah, very very lucky. And luck, luck has some element to do with it, but I do believe I've worked fucking very hard in my career to like now sort of get these sort of moments, you know. So I'm happy for that, you know, happy.
Training with those bigger guys feels particularly relevant for this fight with Andy and the style he brings to the table. Like I said, your style has always involved a lot of grappling where you're able to just out technique and out strength a lot of the guys at middleweight. But like you said, going up to light heavyweight where the guys are just, it is a big jump from 185 to 205. And Andy Clamp known for that kind of heavy grappling pressure style. I'm sure that's particularly helpful having those bigger guys for an opponent like Andy who tends to smother opponents.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I haven't again. I don't really. I know Andy's a good grappler. I know that. You know. I don't really play too much into what he's gonna do.
Hmm.
That sort of. I feel like if I worry about what he's doing, I'm not gonna do what I'm gonna do. And so, like, what I will do is just come forward, and I know that. And I've got no issue where it goes. If I end up on top, on my back, on the cage, standing up fighting, I don't really mind. You know, like I'm happy wherever this goes. You know what I mean? Like I always respect my opponent, and I respect my opponent. I do. You know, we're not fighting. You're not a champion for no reason. You're very good, but I just I just focus on me, and that's it. Like I'm just gonna come forward like I do. My hands will be up. I'm gonna swing. If the takedown's there, I'm gonna look for the takedown. That's it. And I'll just play my game plan, and that's all I've been doing here. I've been working it, and again, like, um, it's great because you're getting it with some of the guys that are like, fighting in some of the best promotions in the world, and yeah, that just builds confidence, you know. So like, I'm not looking to think, oh, this is what might happen here, and like, if it happens, it happens. So I'm not really that bothered. I'm just gonna continue, just continue doing what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, well, I feel like that is going to make for a great fight in London. I will hopefully see you there, but until then, mate, I appreciate your time and good luck for the
Anytime,
rest of these weeks.
anytime, Carl. Thank you ever so much for me. Great to chat to you.
No problem, man. Have a good rest of your day,
Take
and I'll
care,
catch
bro.
you soon.
See you soon, mate. Take care. Thank you.
Cheers.